guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jessica Ward King here, the StigmaCrusher. It is fall. Well, almost. I mean, August is over and September is here. The back to school season is upon us. The back to work and it's no longer holiday season is upon us. Pumpkin spice mania is upon us. So yeah, pretty much it's fall, even though the vernal equinox or whatever has not hit. So, today I wanted to talk about what that means for those of us with mental illness, particularly for me with bipolar disorder, what that can mean. But really, for anyone with mental illness, what the change in seasons can mean. And I don't specifically mean, in terms of seasonal affective disorder or what the change in seasons might mean for those suffering with seasonal affective disorder or depression and, the lack of light and the potential worsening in depression symptoms. That's not what I'm meaning in this particular video. What I mean is with the change in seasons comes more excuse to be inside, more excuse to be snuggling under the covers, Netflix binging, eating lots of treats and staying inside, not doing as much outdoor stuff, not necessarily doing as much social stuff. Potentially avoiding the social stuff that is happening because a lot of that stuff is now happening inside. There's a lot more close quarters, and that can be really daunting for those of us with mental illness. If you invite me to a fall party that's going to be inside, I know that I'm going to be stuck in rooms with, or potentially a room, with a bunch of people that maybe I don't know, or maybe I do, but only tangentially, and I'm going to be making small talk with them. It is not my forte. I know I seem very outgoing, very energetic, and I am. I'm very much an extrovert, but parties where I have to make small talk with a lot of people are just not my vibe, and I tend to try to avoid them at all costs. And so I may accept your invitation at first, but then find myself any excuse or make up an excuse not to be there and to instead be under that duvet with my Netflix and binge. And so really kind of withdrawing from my social situations, withdrawing from the world, in fact, and that can be very detrimental to mental health. Obviously, sometime alone, sometime doing your own thing is obviously great for everybody, but it's that withdrawing factor that can be really detrimental. And so that's the first thing. Watching out for your friends and family that are struggling with mental illness, or watching out for yourself, in fact, if you're struggling, for that withdrawal from social situations that can happen in the fall. Try the best you can to keep some of those social contracts that you have been trying to do during the summer. Maybe you've been keeping up with some social contacts, going for walks with people, meeting in cafes with one or two friends. Try to keep up those contacts. Even if you're not necessarily going to large parties or to, those Thanksgiving, those Friendsgiving type events that people are starting to throw in the fall months. Maybe if you're just keeping up with the one-on-one contacts that you can manage that feel much more safe and secure for you. And if you are a friend of someone that's struggling with mental illness, try to keep reaching out for those. Even if you're finding that your invitations to larger gatherings are being shunned, try to keep reaching out for those one-on-one gatherings, because you might find that your friends that are struggling with mental illness are able to keep those one-on-one dates with you, but they're not able to keep the larger social gatherings, and that's okay, right? And so do try to look out for one another and make sure that one another are getting that social contact, because that's so important when we are struggling with mental illness, to be able to have social contacts with other people. So that's the first one I wanted to point out, is that yes, fall comes with, like I say, Friendsgiving. It comes with all of those back to school parties and back to work get-togethers and whatnot that we all like to celebrate at some points in our lives, but not necessarily while we are struggling. The next one that I wanted to point out is that as the weather does get colder and the nights do get longer, you might find yourself sleeping longer. So you might find yourself getting tired more, and you might find yourself sleeping longer. And it's important to keep good sleep hygiene. And with that is getting yourself to bed at the same time each night, regardless of what the sun or the moon is saying outside, regardless of any of the other external factors, is trying to keep yourself on that clock. And we do hit daylight savings in some states and provinces during the fall season, and that can throw some of us off quite a lot. I know for me with bipolar, it does throw me off quite a bit. So when that happens, again, sleep hygiene is really critical. Try to get yourself right back on your schedule as quickly as possible, but do try to keep yourself on that schedule. Try to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time as well. I know weekends, it's so tempting to want to sleep in on the weekends. And for some of us, sleep is sacred, and there is nothing like a good lie-in on the weekends. And maybe every once in a while, it's not so bad to give yourself that leeway. But really, sleep hygiene does tell us to keep as strict a schedule as you can and go to bed and wake up the same time every day, regardless of the day of the week as well. I know I'm the bearer of bad news, but that will really help with your circadian rhythm. And that's really important, not just for bipolar disorder. I know I've spoken about this before with bipolar, but it's helpful not just for bipolar and not just for seasonal affective disorder, but for all sleepers, for all humans, really. This is for you too, even if you're not struggling with mental illness. Going to bed and at the same time and waking up at the same time every day is really critical to good sleep hygiene and will really help you with your health in general. So if you are struggling, really, really critical, try to go to bed and wake up at the same time, regardless of what the sun is doing outside your bedroom window. So that's the second one. And the third one that I want to mention is with the fall and moving again also into the holidays, like into the Thanksgiving. And some of you may be thinking, wow, it's really early for Thanksgiving. If you're in the States, yeah, it's pretty early for Thanksgiving. Here in Canada, we have Thanksgiving in the second week of October, so I'm not at all early for Thanksgiving here. And it comes with alcohol. It comes with, here in Canada, also other substances. So cannabis is legal here, so partying comes with cannabis as well here. And so all these substances can really throw off our attempt to be healthy, our attempt to keep our mental health in check. It's not that these substances are inherently bad or that they're inherently bad for mental health necessarily. I know some people are going to say, but I do, use them in whatever way and it's healthy for me, and that's between you and your doctor. But remembering that, using them in the settings of partying can throw you off your own rhythm, can throw you off your own balance. And that's where I find the fall to be really seductive and really difficult, is that the fall seems to throw people off balance. It comes with all of these things that throw us right off. It comes with the time changes. It comes with the partying. It comes with the changes in the structures of our day. It comes with all of these changes that throw us off balance, and the changes in terms of the partying and the substances will throw us off too. And that goes for the excess in food as well. Excess in food and drink and substances all throw us right off. Our bodies don't know what to do with it, and it throws us off balance. And so remember, I know I'm the bearer of bad news again, but moderation can help you out, not only with your physical health, but also your mental health. If your body's not healthy, your mind won't be healthy and all that good stuff. You can't have good sleep hygiene if your body's all out of whack and all out of balance. We don't sleep well if we are inebriated, for example, or intoxicated on other substances. And so, it's all connected. And if you're not sleeping well, your mental health won't be good, and so on and so forth. So remembering to, enjoy yourself for sure. If you are going to those parties, remember the first one was do social stuff, right? So I'm telling you to do social stuff, and then in the next breath I'm telling you, like, but be in moderation, do stuff in moderation. Enjoy social stuff, and you, in order to enjoy social stuff, you gotta, enjoy yourself, but enjoy yourself with moderation in mind, keeping yourself healthy, and doing things that are within your boundaries, that you know that you can handle it, and you keep yourself healthy and safe. And those are the three main ones that I was thinking of in terms of the fall, and the way that the fall can really throw us off balance. I will throw a fun one in there for just for laughs, but that pumpkin spice everything, all those lattes. Remember, if you're going to have all the lattes, have some of them decaf, because remember, caffeine afternoon will keep that's sleep hygiene again. But seriously, remember to enjoy your fall. It can be beautiful. Take some walks. Walks in nature are so good for our mental health, our balance, our well-being in general, our physical well-being as well. Just the act of walking is good for our physical and mental health, but when you add nature to it, for some reason, and we don't exactly know why, but for some reason it just boosts the effects of that walk and really, really helps mentally and physically. So taking some walks in nature and enjoying those, if you are in one of those parts of the country that gets the beautiful foliage, the beautiful leaves, and the plants that are, showing those beautiful bright colors, enjoy that. The smells, the crunch under your feet, all of those, like, just really indulge your senses. It can almost be meditative. In fact, it can be meditative. And if you enjoy it with a friend, even more the better, because then you're having that personal contact. You're enjoying it with someone. You have someone there with you. You're having that social connection. You're having that meditative experience in nature, taking that walk, doing something for your body. It's just, you're multiplying the benefits. So definitely try to get out and, walk or roll or whatever you can do. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be like a miles long marathon walk in order for it to be beneficial. It can be a few steps down the road, really, just to enjoy what you can enjoy. And that will really help a lot with your mental health. It won't fix everything for sure, but it can really help. I'd love to hear what you do in the autumn to help with your mental health, to help keep your balance in such an unbalanced season. I'd like to hear what you do to help boost yourself while the sun is getting less and the heat is getting less and the dark is getting more, and as we head into the holiday season. And I'd love to hear what you're doing, so please do leave it in the comments down below. And take care of yourselves as we head into this season. Please do some of these things that I have talked about in this video. I know that I will be trying to wake up at the regular time on the weekends. It's so hard, but I will be trying. And let me know how you do. Take care of yourselves this week, everyone. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
StigmaCrusher.